What up? Top of the top. What up, Randy Nichols? My man Allen from the UK, ABGBK all day. What's popping? What's cracking? What's good? Huey the God. Monday morning, aka Money Day. We back. I got some rest. I took a break. I took a break from the internet the whole weekend. That's what I did. I took a break. How y'all feeling this morning? John Shaft. Salute John Shaft. Thanks for the cash app on Friday, my brother. I appreciate you. Thanks for holding me down since day one. And I appreciate everything you do. Always know that. We're going to be cooking today. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a good day today. And it's going to be a good week. And this is the last day of Black History Month. And I'm so glad. I'm happy. And if y'all remember the first episode I did this month, I told you Black History Month, you was going to see a whole lot of drama. You was going to see a whole lot of nonsense. You was going to see some of the most stuff you never seen in a long time. Because Black History Month is the same way every year. It's just another soup reheated. The same old you know what. That's right. And today, it's the For No Fame Live episode 114. And I'm going to be talking about how the Memphis rapper SNOOTIEWILD allegedly got shot in the neck and, was in a ditch. For those that don't know, that's the rapper that's singing that song, All I Know Is Yeah, Yo. That's that rapper with Yo Gotti featured on the track. But, him and Yo Gotti had, they had business together. And he got clipped in the neck in Texas, but he's from Memphis. Another thing I'm going to be talking about is Snoop Dogg. Once again, he's in the news. Snoop Dogg is being sued, allegedly, for putting a Uber Eats man on blast. He put the man's information, license plate, he put it online. And y'all know I've been talking about how people be online slandering people, putting their business out there, doing all type of stupidity. And now we got more proof that people are going to be getting sued. People are going to be getting in trouble for going too hard on the internet, doing too much. Good morning, Miss Lay Jones. How you doing this morning, my queen? What's up? Yeah. Y'all know I've been talking about this because we got to remember, when Trump was in office, people was online saying whatever they wanted. Trump kind of started that trend, going online, saying whatever you want. And we seen his accounts get shut down. We seen Lil Boosie get online and say whatever he want. His accounts got shut down. But now, not only people that run their mouth online and talk too much and talk about the wrong people, not only are their accounts getting shut down, but people are starting to sue and they're being held accountable for the stuff they put online about other people. Because they never put themselves on blast. They always put somebody else on blast. And Snoop Dogg is facing being sued by an Uber Eats driver because he put his information online. And I'm going to be talking about that. I'm also going to be talking about the 21-year-old man charged with murdering his cousin. I know some of y'all probably heard about the woman that was found in a plastic storage up in Harlem. And she was found by like a man, a hustle man, or like he might have been a homeless man. I don't know, but I know for a fact he was a hustle man because he thought it was some trash or some junk he was gonna sell, and come to find out a woman's body was in the container, and she was slayed by her own cousin. What's up, Rondell? I see you, Queen. Early this morning, we back. I'm also going to be talking about another rapper named True Bleeder, a up-and-coming rapper from Baton Rouge. He got smoked over the weekend. Broad daylight at the mall. And I'm going to be talking about the trend of these rappers being sent to the grave early. So I don't think being a rapper is really cool no more. Unless you rapping like Kendrick Lamar, something like that, J. Cole. And I'm also going to be talking about how we got a trend going on in America where people in their 60s are still trying to be in the street. I got 3 separate incidents of 3 different men in their 60s in some type of trouble. And I'm going to be talking about that. And without no further ado, y'all already know what time it is. It's the Fun of Fame Live episode 114, like I said before. And we about to get into it. And we're going to have a what? We're going to have a good day. So let's get it. Let's go. Rapper SNOOTIEWILD. SNOOTIEWILD that sing that song, All I Know Is Yayo, with Yo Gotti. He has been shot. Some say in the head, some say he got shot in the neck. It's all alleged information. He was found in a ditch in Houston, Texas, and he was 36 years old. Now they say, according to the footage, they say they saw reports of him backing his car up and he went into the ditch. And they say that somebody pulled up on him and got out the car. And I don't know if they got into a confrontation, but they said it was one shot fired, and that one shot happened to hit SNOOTIEWILD and take his life. But his hit song is All I Know Is Yeah, Yo. For those that know that song with Yo Gotti. But it's just messed up when I looked at the story. Like, I'm like, damn, that's part of his legacy now. His number one song was talking about Yayo. That cocaina. You know what I'm saying? Negative. And that's my whole point. It's like, I'm not gonna keep beating beating a dead horse, but it's like all of these rappers, they don't even really have no hit records. They got hit songs, but they don't have no hit records. They don't have no real catalog, and they wind up dying before they even get a chance to really get their music to be a household name. Like Snoop Dogg, you see, Snoop Dogg got a catalog. He got multiple albums, platinum, gold, stuff like that. Historical albums. With these rappers, they don't even get a chance to become historical. They barely get one album done. They just have a lot of mixtape songs, underground songs, a lot of songs that stream a lot of numbers. They get a lot of features, they get a lot of shows. Their name be out there. It be out there in the streets, but they never get a chance to become a household name by releasing a worldwide album, or they don't get a chance to really broadcast their full spectrum of talent. I don't know if y'all noticed that. One day I'm going to do a special on all of the rappers who are resting in peace, and we're going to get into how none of them really got a classic album. Most of them never really got to finish a whole album from front to back. So y'all know that's why I also tell y'all, in my opinion, rap music is coming to an end. If you from a certain age, if you grew up in the 90s, 2000s, it's many albums that have dropped. Y'all all got your favorite album y'all like to listen to, or you used to listen to, and some of these albums you will listen to from front to back and then play it again and play it again. Or right now, I can say it's certain people that got favorite songs and you know exactly which album they come from, because that is called classic albums. That is called a catalog. But you will notice now a lot of rappers do not get a chance to make a complete album. Something that will become classic material, also something that will be a historical event from their time. That's why a lot of these artists are going to be faded memories when you look back 10, 20 years from now, even 5 years from now, because a lot of them didn't get a chance to complete a whole album. This is all over America, the East Coast, West Coast, down south. Y'all seen the past, I say, 8 years. It's been this thing called streaming, SoundCloud, Spotify. Rappers have been dropping multiple songs, big streaming numbers on a lot of social media platforms, getting all type of numbers. And when it's all said and done, they never really get to complete a classical album. Good morning, Miss Latasha Jones. Good morning, Queen of Attraction, Vlad Riot. Go Dumb TV. We ready? Monday morning. Let's get it. You will see that a lot of these artists, they don't get a chance to create no classic material. And you got to remember something, that the classic material is what makes you live on forever. That's how the other day, I don't know if y'all saw it online, with New Edition still performing to this day. And Bobby Brown was looking real big. He was looking like he was 250 pounds on stage, couldn't hardly breathe. But the thing is, we got to remember, New Edition got classical albums. So therefore, they will be able to perform those songs until the day they die. That's the difference when you have a classical album. And it was Bobby Brown on stage with Johnny Gill, and Johnny Gill looked like he got big. But my point is, they're living and getting fat off their catalog, still getting shows. People still love their music. It's still in rotation on the radio. And that's the difference in a classic album. A lot of these rappers now, they do not have classic albums. They are just streaming artists in what we call the microwave era, where they got hit songs that blow up fast. They get fame real fast, and then it fades away throughout the years. The same way I told y'all, within the past 2 years, a lot of artists have blown up, and a lot of artists have, faded away due to getting locked up, due to different reasons. This is a trend. We seen Mo 3. I knew about Mo 3, I say for about 5 years. He's been on the underground buzzing for a minute. But you see, as soon as he got to a certain level and it was time for Mo 3 to blow up, what happened to Mo 3? And Mo 3 used to be able to sing and all of that. He had talent. Mo 3 is not here no more. And Mo 3 was about to be the biggest thing coming out of Texas that actually had talent. We seen XX Extension from Florida. We seen he was about to be the biggest thing. He also went online talking about how Drake was stealing his formats to his songs, stealing his whole style. And next thing you know, he was out of here. He was about to be the biggest thing from Florida. He would have been the biggest rapper from Florida to this date because of his talent, and he had a big following. But my point is, these dudes never get a chance to make a classic album that we can actually sit back and listen to the album and say, you know what, some good music. And then that music becomes a historical event, or becomes like a vault, and you can go back into it 10, 15, 20 years from now and say, man, this was some good music that came out 2018. This was some good music that came out 2020. You see, the new generation, they're not going to have no classical albums to really go back to like that, because that's how music is being manipulated now. It's being finessed. That's why people like Snoop Dogg are still irrelevant, because he's still relevant, should I say, because he has one classic album. He has many albums, but his first album, Doggy Style, will forever be a classic for him. It will forever put money in his pocket. It will forever, his kids will live off of that album. You gotta understand the whole science of music. And a lot of y'all already know what I'm talking about. Publishing rights. Certain things where these rappers they can get booked for a show at 60. You see Snoop Dogg is 50 years old, 50 plus. He still could do a show of music he made when he was 19, 20. Because he has a catalog and he has classical albums. But these rappers now, you hear about them. Half the time, let's be real, you hear a good song, you hear a song on the radio that's a hit, you don't even know their name. 9 times out of 10, you know the song, but you don't even know their name. You ever notice how now when they play a lot of new rappers and new songs, they don't even say their name when the song is over? That was a hit by so-and-so. That's the newest song by, they don't even do that no more. Because it's like the rap game now, the industry now, it's like a big mockery. It's only for one thing, and that's promoting agendas. That's how I look at how they really using music now. It's not even about talent no more. We see plenty of people got talent, but somehow, some way, they never get a chance to make a classical album, yet alone one album. They don't even get to make 2, 3 albums. And that's the difference. And you heard about these rappers signing 360 deals. That's called one-hit wonder material. Because we know people like Nas, people like Snoop Dogg. We go back and all of that. Even in more recent times, when you got a deal, you got a 5-album deal, 6-album deal, 7-album deal. You got a big contract that guaranteed you a longevity career. Now they just sign them, blow them up, make money off of them, then dispose of them. What up, Wax Dog? What up? So that's how rap music is look like it's in the last day of black music. That's just my opinion. I'm talking about talent-wise. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Think to yourself right now, it will never be another Michael Jackson. It will never be. It will never be another Prince. It's never going to be another R. Kelly. It's never going to be another Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, Puffy, 50. Keep going down the lines. It's never going to be another one. It's never going to be another Queen Latifah. And what I'm telling you is I'm talking about rappers that put out multiple albums, created classics, then was able to take their talent into other arenas such as acting, being an executive, being a good marketer, being able to get paid off their image 30 years later. These rappers will never, ever be to that level. Even name one, they're not going to be around no more. That's what I'm trying to tell people. That's how I see where music is going right now. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people that's in this chat or listen to this video, y'all got y'all classic album. Y'all all got y'all classic songs that you remember to this day. And 20 years from now, you still will be able to go back to your hit records, your favorite songs. This generation, when you try to go back, it's going to be hard to even remember half the songs that's out now. Or you're going to forget the artist's name. Or you're going to forget what year they came out. And a lot of them are not going to be getting booked for no. Can you picture some of these rappers now getting booked for a show 10 years, 20 years from now? Still going on tour like B2K? No, it's not going to happen. Because that's how the game is set up to be now. One-hit wonders, microwave era. That's why now when you're rapping, you hot, you got to keep it going. But the Memphis rapper SNOOTIEWILD, you know, he a one-hit wonder. He had that song called Yeah Yo with Yo Gotti, and he's rested in peace. And they say he was he was found in a ditch, shot. Also, it's another up-and-coming rapper that got clipped over the weekend. That's why I'm speaking on this topic. It's a Baton Rouge rapper by the name of True Bleeder, and he was 18 years old. And he was shot dead in a drive-by with his 19-year-old friend in broad daylight at one. They said it happened at one of the busiest intersections in Louisiana. And he was an up-and-coming rapper. They said how he had, 2,800 Spotify monthly listens. He was on Spotify. And they said his biggest streams was 15,000. He had a couple of hits on, on Spotify, SoundCloud, a couple of hits for 15,000. So he was an up-and-coming artist, but he is another one that is clipped before his career can actually take off. And they say he got hit in a drive-by, broad daylight at a busy intersection, and the people that smoked him still got away. That's another trend you're going to see. The people that's doing the killings are getting away. Remember the dude in Florida that got smoked? He was with his family going to the zoo. He got smoked in broad daylight at a corner. The people that did that got away. We keep seeing these trends of up-and-coming talent being taken out, or they go to jail, or they get caught up in some type of they always get caught up in something, and it always goes away from the music and the talent. Yup. That's right. In order to be an artist years ago, they had to physically sell your CD cassettes from the store. That's right. Artists can't do that. That's right. Because you got to remember, when you had a CD and a tape, that created what? A promotional tour. the rappers would go what? From store to store, state to state, city to city. And if you purchased their album, you got what? An autograph, which became something that you can put in your vault. That's like, let's imagine right now if somebody that bought Jay-Z first album went to the store, Jay-Z signed that album. Imagine how much that album is worth now if you got that in your possession. That's just an example. But that's when the rappers actually, you know, they acknowledge their fans as well. They really cared about their fan base, you know, because they had to do these things to grow their brand, and you know, the label, the record labels made sure they did that, interacted with the fans. You know, that's what they did. What else they did? They did more interviews on the radio. They went from, you know, they went on tours, promo tours. You always knew when a rapper was about to drop, he went on a promo tour from state to state, city to city, talking to that local DJ, promoting his project. He would do what? Go to 106 in Park. He'll go to whatever video show was popping, promote that album. You know what I'm saying? Then they would drop the album. Everybody run to the store on that specific date, get the physical copy. Then after that, what happened? Then they would go on tour and get that bag. It was a process. Now, half these rappers you hear of, you don't even know who they are till they gone already. Most of them. Some of them, as soon as you get into one song you like, they gone. So we gotta look at the trend, and we gotta ask, is it designed to be this way? And we always knew the slogan that a lot of rappers are worth more when they're gone than when they're alive. We also see that a lot of rappers get more fame after they pass away already than when they're alive. So that's my point. If they get more shine after they pass away, that just proves my point, how there will never be another Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, because you got to live to become an icon. Now they are passing away before they can even be an icon. So you get what I'm saying? This is a trend that's going on in America. So that's why it's like, I said this a while ago, it's like now being a rapper is they've tried to make it where it's automatically a derogatory term. It's already like a gutter terminology of being a rapper. It means you're gonna go to jail. It means you might die. You might be selling drugs. You might roll with entourages strapped with a bunch of guns. You might be a woman beater. That's what that word rapper means now. Before, rapper meant something great. It meant talent, success. It meant, you know, remember, dudes wanted to be a rapper. They wanted to be successful. They wanted to be rich. Now, rapper doesn't mean that no more. It means something totally different because they have switched what it meant. And I'm going to go into the next story with your man Snoop Dogg right here, as they call him Auntie. And you see Auntie in his picture with his hair wrapped like how some of you females wrap your hair before you go to bed when you don't want to mess up your hair because it's fresh and you don't want to mess it up. And that's why I told you Snoop Dogg is a master of costumes. So when Snoop Dogg wants to portray his gangster image, he runs out and he throws on blue Crip clothing. He'll throw on anything all blue. He'll throw that Crip rag on. And then you start thinking he a gangster again. But Snoop Dogg is a master of deception. He knows how to play these games. But when you see Snoop Dogg in this picture, and then you got to peep something else, how subliminally in that one picture, he makes sure he got his little man purse hanging up on the wall. Oh, that's by design, man. He's doing all that on purpose to confuse your kids, to let them know that they could be Crips, and then they also could still dress feminine. That's why you see all this BS going on right now. And not only is his hair wrapped up, he made sure he put pink and flowery wraps around his head. See, he could have did it with a black wrap. He could have put on a Crip flag and just tied it around his head. He could have did that too. He didn't want to do that. He want to put on something that's pink, flowery, like auntie, grandma wear. And then when he want to be gangster, he throw on Crip outfits and start Crip walking to make you think he gangster. Or he starts smoking a bunch of weed, and you know what I'm saying? I'm showing you how these dudes was already put in place to lead you astray. And we already know that Snoop Dogg been paid, bought, and sold. What up, Juicy? What up, Juicy, for the Juice Show? What's up? Yeah, we also seen Snoop Dogg with his nails painted as well. We saw it too. I saw it. I saw it. I saw the picture with him and Caitlyn Jenner. I seen it. But you got to understand, that's called selling out. And Snoop Dogg will sell out to remain an icon. To stay in position, he will sell out. He will do anything. But this is my point about Snoop Dogg, because he's in the news again and he is being sued again, allegedly being sued. I don't know if it's going to make it to court. I don't know, but he's being sued. And Snoop Dogg is getting sued for putting an Uber Eats man on blast. The video has more than 4 million views and 12,000 comments, and the video is only 12 seconds long. Snoop Dogg calls the man a punk, among other names, while revealing the driver's first name and license plate number. The man says after he saw the video, his anxiety and fears for his family and safety have went up. And all of this happened after allegedly canceling an order that he says, basically Snoop Dogg made an order and the order got canceled. The man says he waited eight minutes, which is company procedure, and then he left and canceled the order. But the point of the matter is Snoop Dogg is being sued for posting this man's personal information. How many times did we have these conversations about people going too hard online about other people, doxing people, threatening people, calling their job, doing all this extra behavior online? Just because they got a certain amount of following, certain people think they could play with people's name. My point is, as a celebrity, you can't be just putting another man's name on blast. A regular civilian, you put his license plate number on there and his government name. And now that man is going to sue him because Snoop Dogg basically went too far. We recently see people online trying to put people's government name. Now, remember, if you go by your government name, we talking about a man that's an Uber Eats driver. He's not even he's not a YouTuber or nothing like that. He's not a celebrity, nothing like that. A regular man just bringing an order to Snoop Dogg. It got canceled. Snoop Dogg got mad and want to put that man's whole information online. And we know people love to do stuff like that. But my point of the matter is Snoop Dogg might be getting sued because the man already said that he has anxiety. He's trying to say he's scared. And he's basically saying that Snoop Dogg got so many fans. I think Snoop Dogg got like 60-something million subscribers on the gram. But this particular video got 4 million views and 12,000 comments, and it's only a 12-second video. But Snoop Dogg, in the position he is, he put this man on blast, and the man basically say he's scared because he knows Snoop Dogg has a big following, and he don't want nobody trying to take a shot at him when he in public or trying to punch him in the face or whatever. But y'all already know a lot of this information is disclosed. You're not supposed to do stuff like that. That's like if you get in a ride in an Uber, say somebody pick you up in an Uber, you already know they know your address. That's like the driver get mad at you and put your address online in your picture. Can't do that. You can't put people's government name online and you sending threats. The same thing I told you about a lot of these fools online. They want to use people's name, lie, make threats, talk greasy, talk crazy, and they think nothing can't happen. But I'm showing y'all it's a new trend that's going on in America, where now when you say certain things out your mouth, you're going to be held accountable. But remember, it don't just have to do with the hood. It doesn't have to just do with regular individuals like us. Soon it's going to be where, say you say something about Moneybag Joe, you might get some papers in the mail. You might get a knock on your door. Say if you get mad at a coworker and you try to put them on blast, Facebook beefing, and you want to try to put their government online and do certain things, sending threats, you're going to be held accountable for that now. That's what I was trying to tell y'all with that whole Tasha K situation. For those that follow me, that whole slander, cyberbullying, you can't do that no more. That is a charge now. And once you get charged, you now could be sued because that person could say they in fear because you slandered my name in front of thousands of people. You're lying on me, which might have 1,000 people taking shots at me in public. Remember, it was a time online you could say whatever you want. You can't do that no more. What up, Yak? OG Circle Gang, what up? You can't play with people's name. I'm glad you pulled up, Yak. Here's a perfect example. See, like Yak, people don't try to put his personal information online, his background, his whatever, credit score, whatever. You can't do that no more. That's a charge. That's a lawsuit. You can't do that. Slander. That's cyberbullying, that's slander, defamation of character. You can be sued for that now. You could be brought up on charges. You can't sit back behind your computer with your scary ass and sit there and try to bully people and try to put people on blast just because you feel like it or you mad. You can't do that, Snoop Dogg. Just because you mad over Uber Eats order, you cannot put a regular civilian name on blast. You put his license plate on blast. You put his name on blast. You can't do that. Do y'all get where I'm going with this? So what's happening now is they are setting the standard of online activity where you just can't do anything no more like that. I told you a million times, you could joke on people, you can clown people, but you can't be slandering them, and you can't be putting their so-called personal information online. Because we know some of the information is disclosed and it's for certain other things. You can't do that. I don't care if you want to put somebody's phone bill on blast. You can't do that. Certain things you just can't do no more. Because remember, it's also going to be for the celebrities as well, where they don't want people like us putting the celebrities on blast about certain situations, putting government officials on blast, law enforcement, whatever. They are controlling the airwaves, all right? It's that simple. And for those that know what I'm talking about, y'all already know how it is in China and places like that. You know, they don't play them internet games. Some countries, you only could be online a certain amount of time, a certain time of day. You don't have all this freedom like this. So now in America, people got so much freedom online. They just get on here and say what they want to say, do what they want to do. And now we are seeing America is starting to slowly but surely put them restrictions online. Y'all see that with the community. Y'all remember my people that listen to me, I told y'all a long time ago, you can't just put a whole bunch of emojis because the way the algorithm is set up, it think you spamming. Certain things you can't even do no more. It has no control over me. Certain things it's already protected now. You know, certain words you can't say. It'll get blocked automatically. They'll hold your. A lot of my comments don't come through. Matter of fact, I got to do that today. Go through all my comments because certain comments get held and they never release them. So if I never responded to your comment, I apologize 9 times out of 10 because I never got it. Y'all know I always respond back to comments, always. But they hold comments if they feel like it's something graphic or something out of text spoken. YouTube will hold your comments. I got hundreds of them held. I got to go into it today and release them and make sure it's, you know what I'm saying? But automatically, if YouTube feel like you're saying something wrong, it'll snatch it up. Certain words, too many emojis, if they think you spamming, they'll snatch it up. I've been telling y'all this months ago because they always listening, but now the way they got it set up, they don't got to physically listen. They got the computer already listening. And that's why I'm trying to tell people with this whole 5G technology is going to be different now. Soon you might say the wrong thing online and automatically somebody knock on your door because of something you said. You was online. That's like me online, right? At 7:45, say I say something crazy on this live. Next thing you know, 3 p.m., I get a knock on my door. And I forgot what I even said earlier. What you talking about? It said, well, sir, didn't you say this earlier? Boom, boom, boom. Now I gotta explain myself. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. That's how it's gonna work. Same way when you in the street, you walking in stores all over, facial recognition on you already, green light, blue light, red light, whatever. You don't belong in this store. You ain't got no money in your pocket. How we know? The 5G already told us that. Your pocket been scanned already. You ain't got no money. What you doing in the store? The security guard run down on you. Because they know about the thieves, the robbers. That's why another thing I'm gonna talk about, which I already know, is they say in New York City, that the mandate is about to be over. March 7th is supposed to be the date, allegedly, March 7th. But I'm going to break it down in my opinion, what I already told y'all. Some of y'all already know. In my opinion, the reason why they're going to take the mandate off because they already got certain things in place. Before they wanted to put up cameras everywhere, people have something to say. Invasion of privacy. That's not right. They just can't put cameras in our neighborhoods. So what happened was we seen crime take off, and now people are begging for cameras in their neighborhood. Well, now that they got cameras in your neighborhood and they got facial rec, not only facial rec, they got sound recognition as well. I mean, you could be talking, they got you. They already know who you are. My point is this. Now, they don't need people with no masks on because you already got to still have a card to get in certain places. Not only that, what I also learned is they already made small businesses comply, meaning if you don't have a card, you can't work here anyway. If you're not vaxxed, you can't work here anyway. But the thing is, now they're not making it mandatory no more. So it's all on you. If you want to do it or you don't. If you don't want to do it, you're not going to be working here. That's how it's going to be set up now. They also they already got it in play where, okay, we also seen in New York City how they cracking down through the whole subway system, locking up everything that's homeless. Now that's what I'm trying to tell you. When the mandate is over, if you in public, and we already know if you ain't got no ID, you ain't got no CDC card, that might be the next law. Don't need no mask no more. Are you vaxxed? You're not? Okay, well, come with us. You see a card? You got the CDC card on you? All right, well, come with us. I'm just saying, this is my opinion, see? I'm showing you how they play games. So now the mask can come off. I told y'all about how they shut down everything. You can't make no money in the street no more. You ain't gonna work certain jobs no more. Okay, we can take the mask off now. Now you criminals can't hide no more behind the mask. Now you criminals can't just walk to the store and steal whatever you want. You can't just walk around and snatch a pocketbook because the mask's off now. And if you wear a mask, it's back to being a crime. That's why, if you notice, we had a conversation the other day. They're not talking about the numbers going up no more. Now the numbers going down. Because you know why the numbers going down? It's because everything going back to normal. Remember I told you, in my opinion, when everything go back to normal, that means no more funding help, no more help. That means you're on your own. When everything gets back to normal, that means you're on your own now. You gotta get it how you live. And if you try to come get it out the street, you're gonna get caught. That's how it's set up to be. That's my opinion. All the bros in the building. What up, 1090 Bori? Lil Mario. What up? This is the game they are playing. So yeah, you got a peak game. The mask is going to come down. The mandate, meaning the forcing you to do things, is going to be, cleared up. You're not going to be forced to do nothing because everything is set in play. You got an option to play basketball. You got an option to play football. You got an option to go to college. It's going to be back to options, but if you don't have a college degree, you won't have this job. If you don't have a license, you won't have this job. If you don't have a CDC card, you won't get this job. You get it. That's how it's going to go down. You're not going to be selling no drugs, all right? The drugs are slowed up. They done installed 25,000 facial rec cameras in one city. Everything is already set up because I told y'all they were setting up 5G towers the whole time. I done broke all this stuff down. How the stuff you think is light poles ain't light poles. They got crystal clear vision, crystal clear voice rec. Everywhere you go, your phone is tracked out. Everything you do, you're already on one big surveillance. And I studied this because it happened in China first. I've been studying this for a minute. When you walk in public from up above, you're going to be an icon. You're going to be an icon in a color. Red or blue. And you know what red means? Trouble. So when you're walking around and they scan your ass and you come up certain colors, they're already going to run down on you. You're not verified. The same way you can't do nothing online unless you're verified right now. This is my opinion. This is what I've been seeing. Certain stores you're not gonna be able to go into unless you verify. Like you gotta be verified to get on Facebook, verified to all that shit gonna tie together. You're not gonna be able to do nothing. The reason why I'm saying this is because we at the point now where things are about to get back to normal, meaning everything has been implemented. They wanted to implement. Everything is in place now. So now it's no more we don't got to lock down nobody no more because we did everything we needed to do. Now it's time for us to watch it work. It's time to let it all work. Just like you seen, a lot of y'all already know that tax money been dropping. And since that tax money has been dropping, people have been putting that money back into the economy. And like I told y'all, this is some of the last money that will be dropping off the books. And it's 10 more months left to this year. And this is some of the last money that's going to drop. And we know that tax money is really no help. It's just money they was already taken from people. Give me my money. That's all it is. But my point of the matter is, it's no more help coming out. Because everything is what? Going back to normal. So if it's normal, you don't need no child tax credit. You don't need no extra stamps. You don't need no stimulus checks. Everything's back to normal. But in reality, is everything really going back to normal? No. When the economy when the pandemic first started, gas was not this high. When it first started, your electric bill was not this high. I seen a report the other day, and this from New York City alone, for those that don't know. A person went to renew their lease, and their lease has their rent has went up $700. And they said when they checked around in the local apartments in the area, they all did the same thing. A man complained of when he lived in an apartment the first year, it was $2,100. When he went to renew the lease after 1 year, it went up to $2,800, $700 boost in rent. What is that telling you? It's telling you it's a finesse game. Everything is being jacked up except for your pay scale. That is the game. So that's why everything can go back to normal, because when it go back to normal, some people ain't gonna be able to make it anyway, and they're not getting no help. And they knew once you got your tax money, you wasn't going to be able to move like that for some people because the rent done went up, and that means the money in security deposit has doubled and went up. And the electric bill had went. They got it in place right now. So my point is this, like I said before, you got to be an ultimate hustler. You got to be an ultimate grinder. You got to be about your bag, and that's the only way you're going to make it. And I'm not being a broken record. It's just that these reports are coming out, and I stay in tune. So a lot of mandates in different states are about to be destroyed. And now that means you're going to be on your own. It's nobody going to be telling you what to do, what you got to do no more, because it's already certain laws, rules, and regulations in place, also inflation in place, and now you're on your own. And we also had a conversation, a lot of people waited to the last minute, and a lot of jobs have been booked up. Now, not $2,800 a year, bro. $2,800 a month. Let me clarify that. $2,800 a month for rent, 2-bedroom apartment. Not no house, not no mortgage. A house, apartment. $2,800 for an apartment a month. That's insane. I know people right now paying $2,000 a month, mortgage, 5-bedroom house with a backyard. So $2,800 a month for an apartment is insane. And it also means that the way your rent set up, you ain't never gonna have nothing in the future. That's what's going on right now. Get it? So the man paid his lease. He lived there. You know, what I meant by that is when he first moved in, it was $2,100 a month. After that year, he went to re-sign the lease. It was $2,800 a month. It went up $700. Just, you know what I'm saying? His monthly fee went up $700. And that's just for a 2-bedroom apartment. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. people are going to be getting clipped financially. That's why you see it's not about racism no more. That was the old American way, racism. Now it's going to be poor against the rich. It's going to be a poverty. If you're poor, you're going to be considered a whole nother race now, a poor people. That's going to be a whole nother race that people look down on. You understand? When you poor, allegedly poor, not verified, you're not verified, you're going to be considered as being poor. Y'all remember before I told you, you had on the books, off the books. We was always able to live off the books. Now living off the books, you're going to be considered poor. Now off the books, you could be basically put in a concentration camp. The reason why I say that, because you're off the books. You're not verified, so they could put you somewhere where nobody even know where you at because you're not verified. And all this also got to do with what? Tracking. Also got to do with what? Trafficking. If you're not verified, you could be snatched up and nobody even know where you at. Because you're not in the new system. That's how it's being set up, in my opinion. So remember, being verified go two ways. And a lot of people ain't want to comply with it. I ain't want to comply with certain things. Still living under, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. But let's remember, your phone could get you in trouble, but your phone could also save your life by them able to what? Track you down. If something bad was happening. Y'all know with y'all kids. You want your kids without a phone in the world, or do you feel better when they got a phone? You get it? Without a phone, your kids could be jacked up and be anywhere. You don't even know where they at. But if they got a phone and they verified, it's easy to know who they are. And you understand? Nobody can't just jack your kids. Let's say your kid ain't got no ID, no social. You think I'm just breaking it down to a certain level. They ain't got no ID. Somebody can snatch them up and tell them their name is whatever they want to tell them, and they never been verified. Your kids be out of here. You get it? When they're verified and certain things are in place, anybody can't just jack your kids up and do it. You understand? I'm just showing you where some of this stuff is going to. This is how they're making it. This ain't my thing. This is what I see. So if you're not verified, you're going to be considered inhuman, and also you're going to be up. Your life is off the books, meaning you could be just snatched up at any given time, or you could be put anywhere. You could be a statistic, and nobody's going to know about you. Same thing when people get locked up. Y'all know it's people that's locked up. People don't check on them. They don't write them. They don't call them. They don't come to see them. A lot of those inmates become numbers, and they become statistics. Some of them die in jail. The people don't even know they died. They lie and say they died under this circumstance because nobody never really checked on them. Nobody really verified to see if their loved ones are okay in jail. They never checked on them. They look at the phone records. They said, man, this inmate didn't get mail for 5 years. This inmate didn't even get a phone call, a visit. They're a statistic now. But the ones that's always online, they got the commissary coming in. They got the, you know what I'm saying? They always on that phone. People coming to see them. Those are like the verified prisoners. Those are the prisoners that usually got clout in jail. Because that means they're what? Somebody. The nobodies become just numbers, has-beens. But that's how they're making the world. Y'all see they doing that you see how they did it with the arenas. It's like now being verified is like being VIP. You see how they doing it. If you verify, you can go into the stadium. You can chill. If you're not, you can't come to the party. You can't come in here. So my point is, remember back in the day, it was considered non-whites. If you colored, you can't come in here. Well, now the new colored people is the non, you know what I'm saying? They're making it where the non-vax people are the new colored people. That's what I'm saying, man. You can't sit at this table. Remember, you couldn't sit at the table if you're colored. Well, now you can't come in this restaurant if you're not vaxxed. That's the new colored people now. And that's how they're making it. This is what I see. So they're making a whole new race of people called not vaccinated, called not verified. That's a whole new race now. I was going to bust a move. I was talking to the bro the other day. I was going to bust a move and hit the interstate, right? I was going to bust a move and go to a particular city And when I Googled it, a red notification flashed up on the Google Maps and said, it says if you're an immigrant or non-vaccinated, basically don't come to this city. So that let me know right there, you can't even make a move certain places no more. That's my point. I just seen that I seen that on Friday. That's how they're going to be doing it now. Certain places are going to be red zone where you can't go there. And if you there, you might ain't no telling what's going to happen because you ain't verified. That's what I'm trying to tell you. What they doing now. They just ain't turn it up. Soon they're going to turn it up. And say you go on your Google Maps, you ready to bust a move, they're going to say you can't go here unless you got this and that. You can't go there unless you got this and that. You can't go there. All next thing you know, it's a whole bunch of red flags all over the map. When you're looking at the map, you're like, damn, I can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That's how they doing it. So that's why they making it. They about to drop the mandate, because also I want you to know that what? They want certain people not to get verified. They want you to not be verified. So eventually it'll catch up with you. And you're going to be in a situation where you ain't going to be able to make a move anyway when you want to. Man, these are games being played right now, man. But it's slowly but surely taking place. This is what I see. This is my opinion. It's all alleged. Don't take my word for it. All right? But the other day, I swear on Friday, I was going to bust a move, right? And I put little certain addresses in there, certain locations, and a red light came up, and it was basically talking about immigrants, basically telling you if you're not from this country, don't come here if you ain't got no green card. And it also was basically saying if you ain't got no CDC card, don't come to the city. I'm not making this stuff up. So I already know what's about to take place. So my point is this. They making it now where if you don't have certain credentials, if you are not verified, you will not be able to go in the bank. You ain't going to be able to go in the supermarket. You ain't going to be able to go to certain cities. You're not going to be able to go to certain events. That's how they making it now. But they wasn't going to do it all overnight because people that had a fit. They doing it slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. So now, when the mandate come down and you're not being forced, that's letting you know that everybody's already in position. What's in position? The people that they need to do the work is in position. The technology is in position. So therefore, the verified people got the ups and they're in position. The people that's not verified, they in the background and they start becoming non-factors. Because remember, majority rule, but we know that majority is not always right, but majority does rule for those that don't know. That little lesson right there. Majority is not always right, but majority rules. Whether you like it or not, that's the ways of the world. Majority rule. That's why most of us got to go against a whole bunch. We got one opinion. You got to go against so many different things and so many people because majority rule. But don't mean majority is always right. But in this situation, majority will rule. And it's called a have against the have-nots. That's what it is. Those that have will have. Those that do not, you're gonna be having more of not. That's how it's being set up, man. That's the new playing field. Those are the new races. It's not going to be just about no damn skin color no more. The people that don't have, they're going to be sticking together. The people, you know what I'm saying, that's going against the grain and whatever, they're going to be. My point is this, man, a project and a trailer park is the same thing. All right? Whether, I don't care if you in a trailer park, a project, you live in a hotel, y'all they're going to have y'all on the same level. That's what's going on right now. I told you everybody's moving to luxury apartments. People are getting land. My point is, man, there's two different things going on right now. Some people prospered during the pandemic and some people fell off. And then some people went more in the gut in the pandemic. But certain people came up. So my point is, look, the choice was yours to make. And my point is, hopefully your choices put you in the right position to win. Because now, once everything is not mandated, it's called what? It's called game time now. Meaning everything is moving full speed ahead. And you got to get in where you fit in. That's it. I'm not making this stuff up. And that's why I'm gonna relate these next stories to you. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about when I relate these 3 next stories, because I'm not gonna be that long today. All right, now check this out. I got 3 different stories of individuals in their 60s. These are real senior citizens. And with these 3 different senior citizens, it proves that they could not keep up with the times. And they are caught up in the times of what? The new world. Now, I'm going to go into this story first, where a 64-year-old man was arrested. And he was arrested because he got pulled over, and he got caught with $200,000 in cash and vacuum seals disguised in toy boxes. Now, this is my point. It's not just because he had the cash, but by him getting caught with all that cash and vacuum seals, they automatically assumed it was drug money. We know about cryptocurrency. We know about digital currency. That's the new wave. Now, if he would have had all that in digital currency, he'd have been straight. But being here all that physical cash, he automatically got labeled as what? A criminal. And now he would have to prove in the court of law if that money is drug money or clean money. He got to prove it now. They're going to take it. Because it was vacuum sealed and it was disguised in toy boxes. And they said when they pulled them over and they picked up the toy boxes, it was heavier than usual. So remember, we could ride around, have as much money as cash as we wanted to. Now it's a crime because what? This man probably ain't verified. He probably ain't got no bank account. You get it? He's automatically a criminal. Now he has to prove to us he's not a criminal. We taking that bread. But if he had it in Bitcoin or on an ATM card, he would not be in no trouble. That's how the world is going, just to give you an example. And this man was 64 years old. He was on old school time. Even though I still believe in having cash, I believe in having cash. Don't get it twisted. But I understand in the new world, you need both. You need cash, you need credentials. That's how the world is set up. But this man had $200,000 cash and he is now in jail. And now he got to prove that this ain't drug money. You see this is where we're going with it right now. So proof of this man was not verified. He was not with the times, and he got to pay a price for that now. He got to prove that this is his money and it's not drug money. He could have been saving his money up for 20 years. We don't know. But how he got caught with it, he's automatically a criminal. Get it? That's how this stuff is playing out. Also got another story of a 63-year-old man caught with 10 kilos of meth, headed to New York City from California, and he got caught in Kansas City. Because did I not tell y'all it's no more work on the street? Did I not tell y'all you're not going to be able to move work like that? Well, this 63-year-old man, he obviously didn't hear me because he thought he was going to get on a bus and move some work across state lines. And what he had was crystal meth. That's what's being sold on the street as Molly. A lot of you think I'm not going to keep saying the same thing, but I know I have new people that tap in. People think they popping Molly. You're really popping crystal meth because ain't no Molly in America like that no more. Certain drugs are not here no more. They're being manufactured in labs. We all know about what? Meth labs. We all know that what? Meth is made in a crib. We know about the fake drugs. It's mad fake drugs in America right now. I told you about the fake weed. Most of this weed come offline. I'm not going to keep saying the same thing. My point of the matter is the borders are shut. Everything is being controlled. Even the drugs you think you use are being controlled. Man, I seen fake cigarettes. Man, they got fake Newports in America, man. A lot of dudes go to the store, they buy fake packs of cigarettes, man. Fake Lucy's, fake cigarettes. I seen it all. They got fake everything now. Because the whole underground scene or everything off the books, the so-called hustle world, it's nobody bringing it in no more. Or you're not able to bring it in because you're being tracked and traced. So a 63-year-old man in his mind thought he was going to go to California, get 10 kilos of meth and bring it to New York City. And he got caught in Kansas. He's done. 63 years old, what? Still set his ways, still trying to get money off the books, still trying to move under the radar, and he got caught. And whoever he bought from probably told on him. But ain't no way in hell you was going to make it across America. This also lets me know that what? Drugs ain't in New York City like that. If this man could have bought it within the city, or if this man had a plug, somebody to bring it to him, we see that this 63-year-old man had to go get it himself. Because that means he did not have a connect. See, I know the game. I'm going to tell you the game. This is my opinion. He had to go get it himself and got caught with 10 bricks at 63 years old. So what does that tell us? We got a 64-year-old caught with money, a 63-year-old caught with drugs, which means that they are living in the past from a time that does not exist no more, and they are snatched up now because times are changing now. You're not going to be able to make it off drug dealing no more. Y'all already know I told y'all this. This ain't me just fighting crime. I'm telling you what I know. I watched the game play out. Every which way they knew you knew how to make money is being shut down. Y'all made it off entertainment, we're gonna shut that down. Or you made it off selling drugs, we're gonna shut that down. Or you made it off working under the table, we're gonna shut that down. Or y'all made it off the barbershop, we're gonna shut that down. Or you made it off, maybe shut down everything. Every which way they knew a particular people was eating off of for years, they shutting down. That's why I'm trying to tell you, you gotta be well-rounded now, or sometimes you gotta switch your whole game plan. I'm not gonna keep repeating the same thing, but I do have new people pulling up. Whatever you used to do, it ain't gonna work because this 63-year-old man don't want to get through his head. He can't sell drugs no more. He want to go get drugs himself. Old man, it's over with for you. Now you done. You're out of here. Which also proves that what? A certain generation of people are being annihilated and exterminated, and they won't be here no more in the new world because they know what? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. They don't want to go with the times. They don't want to learn no new technology, so we got to get rid of them. Matter of fact, we'll let them get rid of themselves. That's it. So let me clarify that. Nobody's going to do nothing to you. They're going to let you do it to yourself. Now I'm going to report on this other 67-year-old man. And this story is from Rikers Island, where a 67-year-old man is crying and complaining. And he wants to be out on supervised release because he's being beat up in jail. He's getting his stuff taken. He's being violated. He's a grown man, 67 years old, still crying and telling and still going to jail. But check out this story. He wants to get supervised release, but the reason why he's in jail is because he had a fight with a homeless man. So he was living in a shelter. He assaulted another man. My mind, he's 67. He was in a homeless shelter, beat up another man, got put in jail. So he's on Rikers Island. Now he's on Rikers Island being beat up at 67 years old. And he wants to get released early because he's being extorted and beat up. But he told how the younger inmates would steal his food and extort him for his food. And they would extort him for his phone time. And he complained about how he would be left hungry and isolated. And when he told about these attacks, he got labeled a snitch. But all my people know that you know how jail go. Yeah, especially Rikers Island. We know how it go. All right, this been going on for years. Extortion, beat up. We know that this. My point is, this man's 67 years old, still going through it because he a knucklehead, and he also tried to snitch on the people that was taking his food, taking his phone time, right? And he tried to use that for an excuse to get out early. But my point is, he also made reports on how he was the one being beat up But he would be the one, he's the one getting put in handcuffs, and the people that's doing the beating and extortion, they straight. Because I told y'all, even in jail, there's certain people that's VIP. When you are somebody in jail, where people know you, they also know not to what? Not to play with you. The law enforcement behind that wall, no one know not to play with you. But if you're a nobody like this 67-year-old man, he's a nobody. That's why he kept getting beat up, extorted. And they also said reports that the CO will watch. All they would do is spray pepper spray. And when the fight was over with, they'll lock the old man up, put him in the cuffs. And would do nothing to the attacker. Because obviously, old man, you're 67 years old. You're not verified, right? You got no clout. You 67. You still going back and forth to jail. Matter of fact, you came in from a homeless shelter. Now you're going to get beat up as nobody's going to save you now, old man. Because obviously, you're an old man that don't want to adapt with the times. You don't get it. So now, old man, you're going to suffer in jail. Also, my point is to prove to you, when you go to jail now, you're going to be a victim. So you're going to go to jail for petty-ass crimes. He went to jail for assaulting somebody, and now he's in jail being assaulted and extorted and violated. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. When you go to jail now, you ain't just going to be doing no easy bid. And you ain't just going to be going back and forth. You're going to be doing something what's called hard time now. You're going to be doing hard time. And you better hope you make it home now. Because this man is being beat up so bad and violated, he want to come out on an early release from Rikers Island. And that ain't going to happen. And it's an old man, 67 years old, still being extorted. But in my mind, I look at it like this is the same 67-year-old man that never cleaned his life up, never changed his ways. And I also know that this 67-year-old man couldn't adapt with the times because he was still homeless. So he's a nobody. He's a stat now. So we got a 67-year-old man getting beat up and extorted on Rikers Island. We got a 64-year-old man that was caught with $200,000 cash. And we got a 63-year-old man caught with 10 kilos of meth. 3 people in their 60s trying to make it in the last day. And we see they struggling. But this is my point. Every story I told you about these niggas in their 60s, it's niggas in their 20s and 30s and 40s living the same way. Young niggas still going to jail. Young niggas still trying to move around with dirty money. Young niggas still trying to sell drugs. So my point is, when you see these 3 niggas in their 60s, if you're doing the same thing they doing, it's going to happen to you too. That's how it's all set up. That's what I'm trying to tell you what I know. It's set up to be like this, man. It's set up for failure, man. Y'all heard of that saying? You've been set up for failure. They got certain things put in place right now where if you try to do it, you're going to be set up for failure. You're not going to make it. All right? I got to put it out there because some people hard-headed, man. I still people saying, man, that ain't so that, man, it's going to be like this. I'm going to do this. I'm trying to tell you, man. This the love I'm giving my people when I'm telling you what it is. All right? Sincere, what up, bro? Mr. X. Lives. What's good, though? Also, a man was shot dead in his car, chilling in the Benz in Harlem. Somebody walked up and tried to Tupac him, and he got clipped on 5th Ave and 139th. You know what I'm saying? Clipped in a car. How many people have we been hearing about getting clipped in their car this whole pandemic, getting shot in their car? Because the pandemic made it where a lot of people, they don't want to be in a crib. So a lot of people go in the car and talk on the phone for many different reasons. And a lot of people are becoming victims sitting in their car. How many times have we heard the same story of people getting shot in their car and the killer getting away? We also had the conversations. What up, AT&T? We also had the conversations about what? How people have been dying for multiple reasons that don't have nothing to do with no C-19. People have been dying under many, many different circumstances. While you was focusing on the left hand, the jab, you've been getting shot with the right hand, crime. That's what's going on. But guess what? A lot of this stuff I'm not going to be talking about no more. Because I did my part already. You know what I'm saying? I put the information out there. Either those got it or they didn't. And like I said, it's about to be a new day. So what I'm doing today is giving a wrap-up of Black History Month. The first episode I did this month was called A Blacks Becoming History. That's the first story I did, the first episode for this month. And when we look at all these 28 days, because today is the last day, let's see how much history really happened this month. And we also seen what? A lot of things change. We also seen what? That war take place. That little beef that's going on right now, that started this month. So that is part of this history. But let's check it out. They also said that what? The other day, Ukrainian New Yorkers gathered in Brooklyn to support their homeland. I'm gonna touch on this real quick because people don't understand. It has always been a Ukraine and Russia community in New York City, in Brooklyn, Brighton Beach area. They always been here. But I want to give you a little example of how it's people been in America living their life and benefiting off the American way, eating good. So when I see these people gathering, I'm looking at them like, y'all got it made. Y'all chilling. Y'all people's over there messed up, but y'all good over here. Y'all gonna go back home to help y'all people? And then I also looked at how the Ukrainians got their own community. They got their own community. They don't got to do business with nobody else. They got their own thing going on. But that's a whole other topic. But those are some of the things that came to my attention when you got people who had to be here and they'll be sad about what's going on over there. And the whole time, you don't even know they people's here doing better than you. My point is this. You got some people that's from America, born and raised in America, born and raised. They worried about Ukraine to the point where you don't understand. You at war right here, and you a victim right here, and then you got Ukrainians here living better than you. They got their own community. You ain't got not their community. But that's a whole nother topic. But when I saw them, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, they over here doing good while their people's over there suffering. And I was like, man, I can't really feel a certain way because, man, the Ukrainians here, they living good. They straight. I seen them. They was looking, healthy. I'm just looking at how they over here chilling in their crib while their country getting bombed up. But it just let me know about how many other people are still here. How many people and nationalities are here living good. And then I look at one people, they're becoming history on their own. It's a whole nother war being fought right here. They say you got a war called black people against niggas. That's a whole nother war. You know what I'm saying? You got the boule, the people that think they doing better than man, you got so many wars going on right here. It's ridiculous. You got social media wars. Niggas beefing online. Niggas fighting amongst themselves, we are fighting amongst ourselves on many, many different levels. Niggas are fighting poverty right now. That's another war. I just look at all that stuff and sometimes I just laugh. That's why I don't take too much of nothing serious because it's so much going on. It's sad. We got gender wars going on. Gender wars right here. Battle of the sexes. We got Willie Lynch laws. We got the old fighting the young. Old people, young people got beef with each other. You see what I'm saying? Light skin against dark skin people. They got a beef. They got a war going on. Man, there's so many wars going on. It's crazy. My point is I ain't got time to focus on one war overseas. But one thing I will say, all jokes aside, that the beef we see overseas, it will affect everybody. Exactly, ASAP. Although we got rap beefs. Good point, bro. We got gang wars. We got rap wars. Man, you know how many wars? My point is this, right? Look how many people are actually dying over rap wars, rap beef. Look how many people are dying over crime, over gang banging. Man, America got a whole bunch of wars going on. But my point is, America also got a lot of people that's chilling. That ain't got nothing to do with none of that. So when I seen the Ukrainian New Yorkers, I saw how much they was chilling in America. And they straight because they got their own community. Meaning they do not have to leave their community to do business with nobody. We already know about the Chinatowns in America all over. We already know about that. We know about the Spanish people. They got their own community. We know this already. But when I seen the Ukrainian community come together, I said, man, it just shows you right there, man. You also got a Russian community here. They got their own communities too. So other than that, I'm just saying, like, it's just, my point is America's what you make it. That's all I'm gonna say, man. America's what you make it, man. But some people, they just always gonna be victims in statistics because they never gonna see the big picture. And now I checked this proof out right here, and I know y'all heard this story already. I already know y'all heard it. About the 21-year-old man that was charged for murdering his own cousin, his female cousin. And this right here was the crime of all crimes that happened over the weekend. This was the most wickedest thing that happened. And that's why I said a black's becoming history, because family is taking out their own family. Yeah, we know this happened with all people. But my point is, it was a time where this did not happen in a certain community. It just didn't happen like that. It didn't happen like this. And you also know that we had the conversations about, I always tell people, don't trust nobody. I tell you how even your family will come amongst you right now for the wrong reasons. People will come around you for the wrong reasons. That's right. Real Life TV. This woman was found dumped like trash. They found her in a plastic container. And what hit me about this story is her own cousin did it. But not only did her own cousin do it, it was how he did it. Now, a 21-year-old man was charged with murdering his cousin, 35-year-old Nisa Walcott. And she was also a mother, y'all. She was dumped in a plastic storage container, and she was put on a Bronx sidewalk. And when they backtracked this information, because they used that video surveillance to catch this dumb nigga, and they seen him leave an apartment, and then they also followed him to where she was dumped. But that was after a man who resells trash, a garbage collector nigga, he found this woman's body. And not only did they find her body, the man, the cousin that killed her, had her phone texting her family back and forth like she was still alive. But the family had peeped game because they said that the conversations was not like the way she talked, and it was like it didn't make no sense. So I'm gonna show you how this nigga killed his own cousin, then had the nerve to use her phone to act like she was still living. And I just told y'all about how in some places tax money has been dropping. So did this man kill his cousin over her tax money? I hope not. 9 times out of 10, in my opinion, this was money motivated. And we know he was a piece of shit. To kill a mother, put her in a container. Common sense tell us he probably was living with her in her house, or he had to come and visit her, and he killed her and left her in a container to be found on the street. Showing you how low people will go. So how is the black community going to come together when family members are killing their own family? I'm not trusting no niggas. That's me, all right? I'm going to trust you only to a certain extent till I see otherwise. But don't get it confused. I know how to read people's soul. I know how to read people. I'm good at judgment of character. I'm good at reading people's heart. I'm good at reading people through the eyes of their soul. I'm good at that. But my point of the matter is, I'm not trusting nobody. And I suggest you do the same. I'm talking about family members too. Y'all know y'all always beefing with family members, but now guess what? It ain't no more just beefing with a family member. Now your family member might actually plot on your demise, actually plot on taking you out. Those that listen, I already reported about them. You done heard about fathers shooting their sons. You done heard about kids killing their parents. All this has been happening within the past couple months, which means it is trending. That's what's going on right now. That is the sign of the time. For those that know about the book, you already know all of this was already written about what you will see in the last days and times. So are we not seeing certain things? Or is everybody just drunk and high and we don't know what's going on? Or we forgot, or I don't know. I'm seeing trends going on. That's why it's only one person. That's right. My man helping to vision that. That's right. God's showing us your enemies are those you smile and talk your business to. That's right. Tell them, bro. Those are your real enemies. The ones you let your guards down to. That's a good point, bro. That's why I say, man, you got to know what's going on. And that's why I tell people it ain't my job to sit here and tell everybody what's going on. Either you know or you don't. If it's been revealed to you, you in the loop. If it hasn't been revealed and you don't know, man, you're going to be part of the people in the trash. That's how I look at it. And you can't stop nobody from taking out the trash. That's how this thing works. So we are seeing that what? Your own family will turn on you. 21 years. Not only did he kill his cousin, he did it. He put her in the trash and left her outside. And then was actually trying to talk back to the other rest of the family, making like everything was straight. But a lot of these people out here, man, they sold their soul, man. And a lot of these young niggas are junkies. A lot of them are junkies. They smoking weed, laced in Fetty Wap, man. I'm telling you, these little niggas is junkies, my nigga. They ain't smoking no crack. They on that Fetty Wap. They on that laced up tree. Man, I'm not going to keep going on all of that. But you're going to keep seeing it play out in your face. You kept seeing Dawn of the Dead. You kept seeing all these crazy movies because they were showing you what was going to happen. We know this man had to be a zombie to do this to his own cousin. He had no compassion, no nothing in his heart. He was just an empty soul. Working for you know who. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right, man. I'm telling y'all what I know, man. Also, recently, 2 Chainz have, he's been promoting the 3-day challenge. The 3-day challenge to not get high. He said he ain't getting high for 3 days. Now, for those that listen to me, I was smoking bud since I was like 14, 15, rolling my own blunts at 15, 16. Part of that got to do with Snoop Dogg. I was smoking before Snoop Dogg, but around the time of Snoop Dogg, I was smoking big blunts. And just so happened he's in today's title. But 2 Chainz is doing a 3-day weed smoking test of not smoking for 3 days. And let's keep it real. Y'all know I got love for my people. Y'all know I love y'all. But we know for a fact it's a lot of y'all cannot stop smoking weed for 3 days straight. Let's be real. Can I get an amen? We know a lot of people cannot go 3 days without smoking bud, yet alone 30 days and getting clean. That's why another thing I'm going to say, look, a lot of this bud ain't the same bud. So my point is, some of us that are older and y'all still smoke, y'all can adapt. Y'all good. But these young niggas that's smoking, they can't go without the weed. They are young junkies. See? The people that's been smoking for years, you're not going to go through nobody's purse or steal because you can't get a blunt. But these younger niggas, they will. They are fiended out. They are fiended out. You don't see some of these young niggas looking old in the face and they just smoke weed. Y'all don't see people looking. Man, listen. For my people across America, do y'all not see how many smoke shacks are all over the place? Smoke shops all across America in your hood, from the city to the country, wherever you at. Have you not seen hundreds of smoke shops, vape shops popping up out of nowhere? Because everybody's smoking. You have never in your life seen as many people that smoke. And they smoking anything, everything. All they got to do is smell good, taste good. They're going to smoke it. Everywhere you go, do you not see them selling hookahs? Are they not selling pipes of all shapes and pretty colors? Because everybody is smoking. And the thing is that some people that have been smoking, they know how to smoke, how to control how they smoke. They're not fiended out. But some people, when they see that pipe, they get an itch. Oh, this is nice. I like this pipe. I want to get this. I want to buy pipes. They want to smoke. Man, all you need to do is get the bud, put it in the blunt, roll up and smoke. Why you got to have all these pipes, all these bongs and all that? Don't you understand? That's how they used to smoke crack rock. Well, my point is this, man. I'm not knocking nobody for what they do. I'm just trying to show y'all the epidemic that's going on. I'm trying to show you how doing too much, like the stuff you're supposed to do socially and chill, now people doing it with a fiendish nature and they don't know how to chill no more. That's what I'm trying to show you. We also know what? Let's keep it real, y'all. You know what I mean? I know we got to be solid over here. They know a lot of people are not going to advance because they can't stop getting high too. That's a whole nother percentage of people. They're not going to be able to advance just because they can't stop getting high. I'm talking about mothers, fathers. You got some people won't even stop getting high so their kids will have a better life. Y'all know I got to talk that talk. I'm not trying to shame nobody, but I'm telling you what I know and what I see. I know people right now that will not stop getting high to make sure their kids can have a chance at a better life, man. 30 days. They won't stop for 30 days, 40 days, just so they can put themselves in position to do for their kids, man. That's what I'm telling you, it's getting out of control. You can stop for 30 days, you know, get a position, get something decent, you know what I mean? Accomplish something. Then start, you can celebrate. You know what I mean? You can celebrate on the back end, get right. But people don't even want to sacrifice it for a better life for their kids. That's when I start seeing a fiendish behavior. That's when I look at you like a fiend. Yeah, it's okay you smoke weed, but why your house is like a crackhead house? Why your house dirty? You home all day. Why your house dirty? You see what I'm saying? It's a difference. I knew crackheads that smoked crack and kept their house flawless. Smell like bleach, ammonia, all that. Clean to the bone. You smoke weed all day. You're in the house all day and your house dirty. What part of the game is that? And your gear's off, your clothes off, everything about you just off. You just smoke weed. You don't do nothing else. So what is really going on? Y'all know I got to be solid right now. That's a fact. People got kids and look like they live in a trap house. That's not right. So my point is this: I'm not judging nobody. I'm just saying, if you living like this, you got to tighten up. You got to change your ways. Sometimes you got to do the 30-day challenge, man. Challenge yourself 30 days, and you might be going through it like Pookie in New Jack City when he had to stop getting high, and he was going through it. You might be like that when you realize all you're trying to do is stop smoking weed for 30 days. You might say, damn, this shit hard. You might start getting ill and sick because this ain't the same bud. But my point is this: look, man, they know a certain percentage of people is not going to stop getting high, all right? They know those same people. Remember, yeah, it's legal to smoke in certain places, but the jobs is still giving out piss tests. Not only piss tests, they doing mouth swabs and DNA strand tests. The last job I had, mouth swab. I'm talking about the last job I had on the books. Not cutting hair. I'm talking about when I worked for a certain company. Mouth swab. So remember before, we could finesse the piss test. We could run a GNC and get something clean out real quick. We could use somebody else. No, mouth swab. Shutting all that down. And they know by them doing that, a lot of people are not going to advance. They're going to say, fuck it, man. My piss dirty. I ain't feel like, you know what I mean? Meanwhile, this individual that just came fresh off the boat, they're going to give him the job real quick because he clean. So my point is this, man. 2 Chainz, he came with a 3-day challenge. I'm not saying 30 days. Start with 3 days. See, test yourself to see if you can go 3 days without. But that could be anything. You know what I'm saying? Test yourself with anything. That's what I do sometimes. I test myself. If you always go out, the party, try to stay in the house for 3 days straight. Test yourself. You know what I'm saying? But my point is this, right? Boom. They making it where everything you love is going to be used against you now. Everything you got comfortable, because remember, being too comfortable now is like taking a loss. You can't even be too comfortable now. Too chilling, too set in your ways now, that can go against you. Man, these are all the different things because they studied us, they mastered us, they know everything you like, everything you love to do. Your ancestors did it, passed it down to you, so they feel like they know you like a book. And therefore, all the things you love or used to do, they now using it against you. That's why you got to change your ways. But start with the 3-day challenge. Even if you don't need, just see if you can stop 3 days. And if you can't stop 3 days, you might be a fiend. And it's all good. I mean, I'm not trying to judge nobody. I'm just being real. You got to be real with yourself. That's for you to deal with, not me. I don't judge nobody. But you got to ask yourself, can you do without certain things? That's all I'm saying. And if not, you might be a fiend. And you might be hindering yourself from advancing. Because you don't want to change your ways and you want to keep doing the same thing. Even though we always can go back to what we like to do. That's all I'm saying. You always can go back. You always can go. We already know if you want to go back to the hood, you can go back to the hood. The hood ain't going nowhere. You can stop smoking bud because bud ain't going nowhere. You can stop doing whatever it is you do. Go back to it. But if you letting that stop you from advancing now, you might be putting yourself in a box or in a certain category. That's all I'm saying. So my whole point is this. I'm going to advance from that right there. I don't be trying to be no preacher or nothing like that because I'm not none of that. Salute, Juice. But I got to tie a lot of this stuff together. You know what I'm saying? I got to tie a lot of this stuff together. And like I said, I'm not here to judge nobody, but a lot of these current event topics that be popping up, they affect our everyday life, and it's been happening a long time. And I don't have all the answers, right? But one thing I do know is I got to stay alert and stay on point and put my people on point so we can figure this out. And we can all be on point together. That's all I be saying. You know what I'm saying? Because some people like to go to the gym, but you got to work your mind out as much as you work out your body. That's all I'm saying. If you're not building your mental up every day, you just building your body, you still don't know what's going on. You got to build your mind up just like a person build their body up at the gym. That's why it's called Planet Fitness. But in the world, your Planet Fitness has to be your mental. Is your mental fit for this planet? Can you sustain on this earth? So you got to build your mind as much as you build your body. That's what I'm saying. Same way you can't just build your mind up and don't keep your health in order. It goes together. The mind controls the body, man. So you can't always be dumb all the time, and you can't always dumb down. A lot of times I have to dumb down because we live in a dumb world, and I'm okay with that. But when they say the flight is boarding, I'm going to be boarding that ship. I know where to go at to catch that ship, for those that know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I know where to be at, where I'm supposed to be, at what time I'm supposed to be there. But in the meanwhile, I can always shoot the BS. So for those that's smart, y'all know what I'm talking about. For those that don't know, figure it out. But let me do a recap because I'm about to slide out of here. I held y'all long enough. And thank you all for pulling up. And thank you all for always supporting me. Salute to my new subscribers, my new people. Jackie Holman says, I'm 60 years of age. I don't have time for internet or none of that garbage. I spend the majority of my time doing quality things I need to handle. The internet is a devil's worship or workshop, pardon me. That is a fact. Now, one thing I will say, Miss Jackie, the internet could be positive. It's according to how you use it. It could be used for coming together with the right people. It can be used for searching information. But what you said is exactly right, because we know what an idle mind is the devil's workshop. And when an idle mind gets on the internet, they're going to do a lot of devilish activities. So you are correct. If you don't know how to use the internet will infiltrate your soul and make you do the work of demons. Yes, it will. You will do demonic work when you're online if you don't have nothing else to do. But Miss Jackie, I must thank you, because the internet brings people like me and you together for you to give your insight on how you see things. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in this chat that think just like you. So that's some of the good things the internet does. It brings certain people together. The thing is, we have to know what are we being brought together for. And in this case, it's entertainment. So this is a For No Fame Live episode 114. But you know, a lot of things are going to be covered. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it balanced. I'm always going to balance it out. But one thing I'm never going to do, I'm not going to promote hate. I don't promote hate. I don't promote ignorance. Meaning, I'm not going to just get on here and my whole agenda is to talk ignorance. I'm going to throw some ignorance out there because that's life. I'm going to throw some stupidity out there. I'm going to throw some BS out there. But I understand what this is all about. That's not who I am. That's something I do. That's entertaining. That's nonsense. But at the end of the day, ignorance is entertaining. And sometimes you got to learn how to smile at certain things, because we already know a lot of these things it really could make you cry. And it really could make you depressed. So I got to flip it in my little way and get a laugh out of things, because at the end of the day, a lot of it really is sad. And this is the last day of Black History Month. And if we look at it, what did we really get positive out of Black History Month? This is also the first Black History Month I could say they didn't really do too much talking about Black history. But we have seen a trend of certain things becoming our history now. So like I said, when we look back 20 years from now, 50 years from now, instead of dead civil rights workers and civil rights, we're going to be seeing people like George Floyd. We're going to be seeing people like Trayvon Martin. Like, those are going to be the icons for the future generations. So everything is all mixed up and messed up. That's all I'm going to say. But other than that, I'm going to do a recap and I'm going to get out of here. Like I say, man, thank y'all for supporting me. I appreciate all of y'all that always pull up. Without y'all, this does not work. And without y'all, I wouldn't be doing it. Because some days I don't want to do it. Some days I'm sick of YouTube. I'm sick of all of this. Some days I just want to be selfish and I don't want to do nothing but what I want to do. But y'all put my back against the wall and y'all motivate me. Like, I got to put on, I got to pull up, because the people need to know. And at the end of the day, I need to lock in with the people, because sometimes I need inspiration from the people. And it's called socializing on social media. I might can go outside around 100 dummies, but when I'm online, it could be 10 people in the chat that make my day. You see how it works? That's how it works for me, because I know how to balance it out. I know how to make social media work for me. I focus on the good people. I focus on the good information. I focus on, like I said, I just focus on the good things of it. I don't care about nothing bad about the internet for real because it don't affect me. A person can make 100 videos about me. It don't really mean nothing to me because I know that's fake. That ain't even real. Get it? I entertain that stuff when I feel like it. Like when I'm bored, I just feel like clowning. But for the most part, I don't care what nobody say about me on no damn internet because my whole world, my reality is straight and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Where I don't take none of this stuff too far. I look at the good, like I appreciate my people. That's why I got love for all of y'all that support me. So I got to say that over and over again to let that stick because that's what it is. But I'm going to do a recap. SNOOTIEWILD, which is a rapper from Memphis, Tennessee, cool with Yo Gotti, his hit song called Yayo. He was found dead in a ditch in Texas, Houston, Texas to be exact. And they said, according to the camera, he was seen backing up. Somebody pulled up on him. Another person was talking to him. And they said that one shot was fired. And magically, this shot hit him in the neck. And he is now resting in peace. Another rapper that's gone. I also spoke about Snoop Dogg. And this is my main thing. Snoop Dogg is over 50 years old. Still on the internet clowning. Because we have to also understand a person like Snoop Dogg, he's a rich rapper sitting in his mansion bored to death. And he has nothing else to do but come online and clown all day. But in this situation, Snoop Dogg went too far because he tried to put a man on blast who works for Uber Eats. Snoop Dogg got mad because his order was late. Actually, it never came because the man canceled the order because he said after 8 minutes of calling, getting no response, he canceled it and left. Snoop Dogg got pissed, posted the man's license plate number and his name online. So now this man is allegedly going to sue Snoop Dogg because he says that he has high anxiety and he fears for his life and his family's safety because Snoop Dogg, has over 60 million followers. And this particular video had 4 million views and 12,000 comments. So now this man is going to sue him not only for defamation, but for putting his personal business online and joking on him. And you can't do that. And we're seeing Snoop Dogg, like I told y'all, it's always the old heads that do the most online. It's not the young ones. It's the old heads that do the most. Because some of these old heads do not know how to chill out and shut up. The old heads don't know how to be inspiring online. They don't know how to get online and say something encouraging, positive. They want to get online and act like an ass. And that's what Snoop Dogg does. Y'all know when you see Snoop Dogg, 9 times out of 10, he's being an ass. And he gets paid to be an ass. Or he's smoking a big blunt on camera. Or he's acting like he's the biggest Crip in America. That's what he does. But now, right, Snoop Dogg is being made an example of people who like to go online and put people on blast and put their information online. Showing you now that what? You could be sued for that as well as defamation of character when you lying on somebody. I'm not going to keep saying the same thing, but some people are stupid and they don't get it through their head. So I got to slow it down because some of you old heads, you got a thick head and you don't get it through your head. You can't play with people's name no more. I'm going to say it again. Some people will see you in real life and smoke you. Some people will take you to court and sue you. But either way, nowadays, people are going to make you pay when you play with their name, especially them and their family name. You can't be playing with people's family. Just because you ain't happy with your family and you don't like your family and you ain't got no family, you can't be playing with other people in their family, because some people will do whatever they got to do to protect their family. But if you don't have a family, you don't understand that part. That's the part of your head you stupid at. People will do whatever they got to do to protect their family. This man is going to sue Snoop Dogg for playing with his family name and playing with him. So that's enough on that topic. Snoop Dogg is a clown. In history, he's only going to be known as a nigga that smoked a lot of weed. That's it. He never did nothing for you. Nothing for Long Beach, California. He has done nothing for the Crips. And that's his history. All right? Period. He's a clown. Other than that, I also spoke about the 18-year-old rapper from Baton Rouge by the name of True Bleeder, who got killed in a drive-by over the weekend as well. And they said that he got killed in broad daylight at one of the busiest intersections in the area. And, you know, his average streams, his average music got 15,000. And he's resting in peace. He was an up-and-coming artist. He's gone now. And I spoke about how all this stuff is trending. So if you didn't catch this, you know, episode, make sure you listen to the beginning. I went in detail. I also spoke about the 3 old individuals and 3 separate crimes that's still out here, not getting through their head that times have changed. I told you about a man, 64 years old, who got caught with 200,000 cash in vacuum seals disguised in toy boxes. So allegedly, it looked like he got caught with dirty money, but it could have been money that he saved. But in America now, if you can't verify where you got that money from, it's considered dirty money. 64 years old. I spoke about a 63-year-old man that got caught with 10 kilos of drugs, meth to be exact. He got caught with 10 bricks of meth on the bus coming from California to New York City. He got caught in Kansas City. And he will be facing probably enough time in jail to the day he dies, because he's already 63 years old. I spoke about a man 67 years old that is being beaten up in jail. He wants to be released early because he's being beaten, robbed, and extorted. And I wanted to give an example of people that's older that never got their life together, living by a certain code, and now their lifestyle is starting to catch up with them. That's why I have to slow it down, because if you are living like these people right here in their 60s, you are considered out of time and out of date. And eventually it's going to catch up with you. I spoke about how it's a lot of people that are in their 60s that don't have no retirement plan. They don't have a pension. They never put money into a 401k. They never invested into nothing. And now it's biting them in the ass. That's why I told you the 67-year-old man, he was homeless. He assaulted someone in a homeless shelter, and now he's in jail being assaulted. And it sounds like this man never got his life in order. So don't be a person you think just because you in your 20s and 30s or 40s, you got time to play, because now you do not have no time to play. All right? If you living like your uncle did back in the day, you're going to end up just like your uncle. That's all I'm going to say on that. Not only do a lot of people need to grow up, a lot of people need to grow up mentally, because in the mind, you are still a child. That's why People in their 60s are still going to jail getting beat up. People in their 60s are still getting caught on the bus with drugs. And people in their 60s are still getting caught with dirty money in their car because they still have the mind of a person that did not grow up. Just like some would say that Negro means one that only grows to the knee. They only grow up to the knee because they got a childish mentality and they never got wise. So some people are 50-something years old, 60, and they still dumb. They have no wisdom. They still behave like a child. And there's some people that are younger that are so smart, ahead of their time. Very, very educated, very articulate. We know a lot of people that are young, they say they got an old soul, but no, those are some of the young people that are a whole nother type of person of intelligence. It's the young people that has a whole nother set of intelligence in their head because they was born to be some of the new leaders. They was born to be some of the new innovators in this world. That's why some people now are very, very smart at young ages. And they're way smarter than the older generations now and of the last day. So that's why I'm gonna try to tell. That's why I'm telling you. I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna tell you. A lot of y'all need to stop hating on the youth. Stop. What I mean by the youth, I'm talking about people in their teens, 20s, 30s, even the children. Stop hating on them and let them grow so they can be great. You had a chance to be great, you blew it, and now you suffering from your dumbass choices you made. Common sense. If you dropped out of school, get your damn GED, all right? It's never too late to get a GED. Some people are still older and have no GED. That's why they got to still work a register. That's why they got to still mop and sweep floors. It's some people that still cannot read. I'm not knocking nobody that can't read, but if you can't read, stop dealing with pride and ego and take up a reading course and learn how to fucking read. All right? Back in the day, slaves got whipped for trying to pick up books. You want to walk around in 2022 and you don't want to pick up a book at your free will. You still can't read. So I'm showing you something. Wake up and change your ways because this is the last day of Black History Month. That's why I'm speaking on this. Because a lot of you elders that are happen to be Black, you have failed us. All right? Y'all failed us. And I'm going to tell you what you did. That's why some of us are trying not to make these same mistakes. Everything y'all did, we're going to learn from y'all mistakes and we're going to make it better for the next generation. All right? Other than that, that's that. I'm not going to hold y'all no longer. Thanks for pulling up. Episode 114. Y'all know I'll be back again tomorrow. Gotti Savage, what up, bro? Let me run through the chat. Rondell the Queen. We already know. Wakana. What's up? That's right. Food for thought. ASAP Auto, my bro, all my family is here. Real Life TV. All the time. Allah Will, what up? Grown Man P, salute. Let me run through this chat, see what's slid in here. Mr. X, always. Black Barbie 05. What's up? Once again, Juicy from the Juice Show, Juicy, should I say? King T, still King T. What up, bro? Y'all already know. My boy 1090 Bori and Helping the Vision. Always, man. Always. Strong, solid brothers, man. Like I said, the bros in here be very, very solid. Very solid. Very smart intellectual. You understand? My boy D, what's good? That's right. Ain't nothing wrong with smoking that green every day. Just don't let that green stop you from handling your business every day. You feel me? Don't let that greenery stop you from being successful. That's all I'm saying. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Don't let that greenery have you stuck on the couch every day. That's it. Do what you do. Who else in the building? Nate the Great. What up, Nate? I'm making sure I ain't miss nobody. Make sure nobody ain't sliding. Miss Danielle Walker, how you doing this morning? Thanks for the support. Hold on, let me check something real quick before I slide out of here. Make sure I ain't forgetting no shout out. Make sure I ain't forgetting no shout out. Hold up. Oh, let me salute Miss Danielle Walker. Thank you for the Cash App on Friday. I appreciate it. I had to make sure I ain't forget you because that was Friday. I also saluted my man John Shaft for donating to the Cash App on Friday as well. And Net Stars the day before that. So like I said, I appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all support me every day. Every time y'all pull up, y'all support, everything y'all do. Leaving comments, all of that, man. When y'all interact with the people in the chat, all y'all be vibing, all that supporting the channel, all that's motivating factors. So everybody plays a part in this building because this is a building and, we hold it down together. That's it. So I appreciate all of y'all. But on that note, it's the Fun No Fame Live episode 114, and I'm Ghost. Y'all take care. Have a good Monday. 1.